welcome once again to Mondays with Marty. My name's Cassie, and this is my dog Marty sitting on his boundary. And today we're actually going to talk about chews. Now I thought chews was pretty fitting for a couple reasons for this week. One, because we're going to have some pretty gnarly weather in a couple days, and everybody might get stuck inside. So it's a great opportunity for you to give your dog a chew of some sort to preoccupy them for a little while. Chews are awesome because one, you're encouraging a natural behavior in your dog, and you're allowing them to express the natural behavior without having them destroy your furniture, and you're both happy about it. So it's a great way to distract them for a certain period of time. If you have to get on a Zoom call, it's a great thing for your dog to be doing so they don't participate. Or if you're cooking dinner or eating dinner, great opportunity for you to give your dog a chew and give them something to do. Now with chews, there's a couple different things to consider, but we're going to start with looking at the type of chew, the appropriate type of chew for the relative chewer. So there's really, you can break down dogs into three types of chewers. There are soft chewers, medium chewers, and power chewers. Soft chewers are dogs that have, it's called a soft mouth. They don't really like to bite super hard. They're pretty gentle when they bite. They may have more sensitivity in their gums or in their teeth, so they don't want something that's super hard to chew on. They want something that's going to be a little squishier, not quite as dense, and it'll just be easier for them to bite into. So some good options for soft chewers are these freeze-dried items. This is a turkey neck. We have freeze-dried bully sticks of different types. They come in all different sizes. These fish skins. These are all chews that they're not as dense. They're pretty light because they are freeze-dried. And when the dog's chewing on them, they'll get softer as the saliva soaks into the item. Down, good, stay. The pieces will break off a little easier. They're not soft per se like a pillow, but they're definitely squishier than some of the harder treats we have. So these are great options for softer chewers. Again, your dogs that don't want something hard to chew on as much, and that'll still last them a while compared to something that's going to chew a little harder. So good options for dogs that are softer chewers. We also have pig ears. These are harder treats, but they're very thin, so it doesn't take a dog super long to get through them. Softer chewers, obviously they'll last longer than something that'll chomp down and break it right away, but these are good as well. And then we also have bully sticks. Now this type of a bully stick from Red Barn is actually, it's not freeze-dried, it's baked. So as it's being chewed up, they're a little harder and they're denser. They're going to have a little more weight to them. So they're going to last longer for your soft chewers and down. Come on. And will be good for a dog that's more of a medium chewer. So medium chewers are those that would finish off something softer like this within, 15 to 20 minutes. So they need something a little harder, but still aren't power chewers. So these are great for those types of dogs because they do get softer as they chew them because their saliva soaks into them, but they're still, I can't break this, whereas I can break those turkey necks in half. It's a harder chew, and there's a lot of different options. We have braided bully sticks. They come in all different lengths. This is a 5-inch thick bully stick. They come in 12-inch. So there's a lot of different options. Those are good for your medium chewers. We also have no hides, which are a good medium chewer. These aren't raw hides. They are just an easily digestible collagen that's rolled into this shape with different flavors added to it. These are good for medium chewers. You can also give them to your power chewers. They just won't last as long. So the power chewers would probably get through this in an hour or two, whereas a medium chewer, it might take them a couple days. So that brings us into our power chewers. Now power chewers are probably the hardest chewers to own as a pet parent. because whereas you can technically give a soft chewer any of these options, power chewers, if you were to give them one of these turkey necks, they'd probably finish it in about 5 minutes. They would just chow down and go to town and it would be gone. Whereas you can give anything to a soft chewer, the power chewers really need some durable, hard chews. And the best thing for those are honestly bones. You can give them smoked bones, such as a smoked knuckle bone. It's pretty sizable. They're smoked. There's a lot of really good tasty stuff on those, and they'll last them a long time. There are baked knuckle bones as well. So this is just a baked bone. You can also get stuffed beef bones with good stuff on the inside. And these are really nice because once your dog finishes what's on the inside, you can restuff them. So you can take some yogurt and kibble and freeze it and give it to them. That way you can put some peanut butter in there. So these are handy because they're kind of a gift that keeps on giving. You can continue to add more stuff to them. And then we also have frozen marrow bones, which I'm a big fan of these because they're not cooked in any way. If you buy them from an actual brand such as Primal, they do inoculate them to a certain degree, safe handling, because that is an issue. It is a raw bone. But these are really great because, one, the dogs love them, but they're really good for cleaning their teeth and all of that good stuff. And then antlers are also really good for your power chewers. With those, again, they'll last them a long time, and they're hard. So you probably will hear some frightening sounds when giving them to them, but generally speaking, your dog will be just fine. So when picking chews, you do need to consider what type of a chewer your dog is. But additionally, it's important to make sure you're picking the correct size for your dog, as well as considering their diets. So with sizing, it's always better if you're looking at a chew and trying to figure out what size is appropriate for your dog, and you're stuck between sizes, always size up. It's a lot more dangerous to give a chew to a dog that's too small than one that's too big. Case in point, how many videos are on the internet of a dachshund carrying a stick that's like 3 times its body length? Little dogs like big chews. Where the problem comes in is if you give a big dog a small chew. So, for example, if I were to give Marty this chew, which is only it's this long, I would worry about it getting caught, and he might try and swallow it too soon without chewing it all the way. Or sometimes you have to be careful because they'll get caught in their upper jaw between their teeth. So there's just some safety issues with giving a chew that's to your dog that's too small for them. So always size up. And then from a diet perspective, if your dog's not used to getting some of these consumables, because all of these chews are fully consumable, your dog can eat them. Obviously, they're not going to eat them like they do kibble, but they will eat what they're able to chew off. If you give them something and they're not used to having that variety in their diet, and so, for example, this smoked knuckle bone, if your dog only ever gets kibble and the occasional treat, and you give them this smoked knuckle bone and let them essentially eat the whole thing, they're going to have some GI upset. It's just because the bugs in their system aren't used to having this type of an item. So if you're just starting to get your dogs into chews, offer them the item for an hour and then take it away. And really, it's a good opportunity for you to take something away from your dog that they really like, in exchange for, you give them a treat when you take it away. But your dog needs to be able to understand that you can take something away they like, and it's okay. But also, it'll make it last longer. If you don't let your dog have it free reign, and you control when they're chewing it, it's going to last you a lot longer. So you can give it to them every day instead of just once and then expect it to last a week. So give it to them for an hour, take it away the next day, hour again. So it will make it last longer, and it's really better for their guts because you can get some GI upset. Now, if you have a dog with a stomach of steel, you probably don't have to worry about that, but not all of us are blessed with those dogs. And then, so those are chews. I have found that I really like having a variety of different chews. I like some of the hard chews for my power chewer. This little guy, he's a medium to soft chewer. He doesn't like super hard chews, but I'll still give him some from time to time. Generally, when I do give them to him, he just carries them around the house. But that's okay because he's still enjoying himself while his sister, the power chewer, is working away on her hard chew. But I'll also give my power chewer some of these soft chews because there's good stuff in them. They're super tasty. She enjoys eating them. It doesn't always have to be, let's see how long I can make this last. For example, when I'm training Marty in my basement, I'll give her a shorter chew just because it's helping her, or helps give her something to do when we're downstairs training and she's still enjoying herself. So there's lots of different ways that you can use them as well. Now, thanks for sticking with me. I know we covered quite a bit of information. If you have any questions on sizing or what types of chews you should try for your dog, feel free to grab somebody at any of our stores. They would love to help you. And we have a lot of different options, as you can see, to try out. So just try some different stuff, and we are happy to help you. Down. Go away. Okay. And thanks for tuning in. We hope that you stay dry and warm this week, and we'll see you in a couple weeks.